Welcome to TV Party Time. We're doing something a little different on this Monday because there's not many new releases or new seasons or anything like that coming out. So we're just gonna talk about our favorite movies. I'm joined with, as usual, Abbie and Michael. And yeah, I'll go first. My favorite movie, like hands down without question, is Rock and Rolla.
Oh,
You
nice.
should have known this, Michael. I've talked about it all the time. It's like
I thought it was Snatch.
that's like second. No, it's
Okay.
Rock and Rolla. It's like the movie that the soundtrack great,
Mm-hmm.
editing flawless, storyline, like the interweaving of it, like pure Guy Ritchieism.
Mm-hmm.
The intro's great, and it's just the movie that made me want to be in film.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like absolutely my favorite movie.
Interesting. I've never heard of it, of course.
It's pretty under the radar movie.
Yeah, it didn't get a massive release.
Mm-mm.
For some reason, I keep thinking it's Snatch is his first movie, but
His
it's
first
a
movie is
lot
Lock, Stock, and
stock-
Two Smoking
yeah.
Barrels.
it's British. That's why I'm getting it all confused.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like the story, it's complicated.
It's very
But
complex.
it's more or less an art heist.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so you got the main bad guy. It's what's his name? Sonny.
I don't know, but I reference
It's my favorite
this
movie.
plot
I
a
can't
lot.
remember his name right now. But he runs construction and the investors, and so he owns every aspect of getting something done, real estate wise, in London. And so Gerard Butler and Idris Elba's characters, Mumbles or 1, 2 and Mumbles, they're trying to buy land basically to make a building, and so they need a loan, and it's all coming from the same person. So of course he denies a loan after he's already given them the money, so now they owe him $2 million.
Mm.
And so they're trying to get that money back to him, while in the meantime his son, the bad guy's son, I cannot remember his name.
I
need to
can't think
look
of
this
it.
up. I want to say it's because I think his pseudonym is Sonny,
Uh-huh.
like his false name, because it turns out he's a not FBI but like MI6 or whatever informant. But the whole time his son Toby Kebbell, who is Johnny Quid, who's a rock star who is presumed dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like he fakes his own death, and just
Heroin addict also.
yeah, super heroin addict. But he's also like the biggest rock and roller in
London.
in
over
England.
There. Yeah.
And so he steals a piece of art that is given to, I'm just going to call him Sonny, by a Russian who is trying to get land from him so he could build a stadium.
Gotta also point out, it's his lucky painting,
Yeah, it's his
which
luck.
I have
That's what I was going to
referenced
say.
on the show many times, and no one has caught it.
You're probably in the middle of something else.
Yep, probably. But I say lucky painting a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Well,
Yeah,
I have an alibi. I've never seen it.
yeah. It's
So I'm just like, lucky painting.
why do you have a lucky painting? But yeah, it's his lucky painting, and so he gets it stolen, and eventually the Russian gets it back from another lender
I thought it was Tandy Newton.
who was giving it to her. Thaddeus
yeah,
Newton, yeah.
Patty. Why did I say
Was given-
Tandy?
The painting was restolen by 2 other heroin addicts,
Uh-huh.
and then given to
They sold it at the
they
little
sold it at like the little underground like
meetup.
hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Break
and then
room.
Russian sees it, and he used that line, "Beauty is a cruel mistress."
Mm-hmm. Great.
And then, so basically, in the end, the Russian gets his painting back. Sandy Newton is killed. Sonny is killed. Mumbles of 1, 2 just don't owe money, and
You should point out why Sonny was killed.
yeah, I said he was an informant.
Yeah, but you didn't say.
Oh, because okay, so he put Mark Strong's
He put his
character.
entire crew,
Yeah,
basically,
he ran it on his own crew and gave them prison time.
Damn.
and his most loyal companion.
Yeah,
was
like his right hand
fuck
man.
you, motherfucker!
That
You're gonna
definitely-
kill you.
Definitely
Was it-
goes against the bro code.
Oh,
1,000,000%. He is not a bro. He's out.
But it's like the definition of cool guy music.
Yeah.
Like the best fashion. It's got huge names in it. Like Mumbles is Idris Elba before he's Idris Elba.
He's great at it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know who that is.
You do.
I think there's really only
he
way to
played
say it.
Bloodshot.
Yeah, Bloodshot,
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, and Suicide Squad.
Mhm.
The black guy.
Yeah.
The
The
one
British black guy that you thought
Okay.
was Australian.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, Gerard Butler plays 1, 2, and fun fact, his house number is 3-4. Um, and then I said Thandie Newton, Toby Kebbell, who's big. He's bigger in, I think, more CGI stuff.
Yeah, he always plays an ape. He's like the new
Yeah,
Andy Serkis.
he plays Caesar in.
No, he plays
Or
the
he doesn't play Caesar. He
the
plays
one with the scar. Konga.
Yeah, plays a
Kongo.
bad guy.
Yeah.
He played Thrall in Warcraft.
Doctor
The
Doom
movie.
and Fantastic Four. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm. He was in Black Mirror.
If
And
you saw
then
him, you'd know who he
yeah.
is.
He's the guy that like you recognize him, but you don't know who he is.
Mm.
Ludacris is in it.
Yeah,
Jeremy
that's right.
Piven's in it. It's just all right. I love that movie so much.
Very rad.
And there's supposed to be a second one that's already written, but Guy Ritchie keeps getting too many movies. Like he was gonna make it, and then he got offered Sherlock Holmes.
Mm.
He's like, well, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
But
no
now
to
he just
that.
keeps getting these big studio movies because
Mm.
these are more like low budget movies.
When did this come out?
I think like early 2000s, like 2008 or something.
It's on
2006.
Tubi. Free.
Highly recommend.
Cool.
I watch it like quarterly.
Well, one of these times you have to remember the bad guy's name.
Do you know that the composer also did the Suicide Squad's music for the new one? Can't tell.
The
I
composer
can't
of
remember.
The Guy Ritchie, the guy who does all the Guy Ritchie movies.
who? The sound supervisor?
Yeah, he did.
Or like who did like Sherlock Holmes and all
The
that.
guy who writes the non-licensed music
Mm-hmm.
for the Guy Ritchie movies did the Suicide Squad.
I don't remember.
Can't tell.
I don't remember any of the music from Suicide
Yeah,
Squad.
'cause it
Neither
sucks.
do I.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's no Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Zimmerman.
Or is it?
Hans Zimmerman.
Little inside joke.
My movie has changed. Well, it hasn't changed. It's just it's time to put it away. So I mean, I still have like several favorite movies, but I think currently right now, if I were to like list my favorite movie, it would be Big Fish,
Ooh.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's good.
which I think I've talked about here before. I just like the reason why I'm thinking that one is like in the forefront is because I just recently rewatched it, and it's just still fantastic.
It's just super heartwarming and like
It's-
feel good.
God, like
Ewan
yeah,
McGregor.
all of
Mm-hmm.
Ewan McGregor. I don't know, just like all the characters are fun
Mhm.
and like memorable, and like all of the it's just, like whimsical, and it's just got a it's just great. I don't know. There's nothing bad about it. It's just fun and interesting, and yeah, I just always relate to it somehow.
Some will say the last great Tim Burton movie. Not me,
Ooh.
but
Oh, he did do that.
He
Yeah.
did, yeah.
I totally forgot. Not me.
I saw the movie when it came out on a date with a girl I was dating.
How
Big
sweet.
Fish?
2003. Yeah.
Wow, in
How sweet.
2003.
Yep.
That's really cute.
So what was your previous favorite movie?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Is that the Jim Carrey?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Where he's like with
Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I read the script
Yeah, me
because I had
too.
to in class.
Yeah.
We had
Script
to
is
in
great.
class.
It's a really good movie.
The script
It's
is
just
super confusing.
Yeah. The movie makes it make
yeah.
more sense.
You have to see the movie. I'm
Mhm.
sure. I'm trying to imagine the script by itself. I think again whimsical and interesting, but super sad. I think it's worth it. The emotional payoff is worth it. It's just, and also a fantastic cast. But I don't know. I think it's tied to too many like breakups in my life, or really specifically it was just tied to like one breakup who wasn't necessarily like the person I was the most in love with in my life, but it was a bad experience, and so now it's like tainted that movie.
Mm.
But no, I don't know. Big Fish is what I'm going with. I just can't imagine myself watching it being like, this movie sucks now. Like it's just always gonna
Yeah.
be good, you know?
It definitely aged well. It's aging like wine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it like 2 years ago again.
And it's still great.
Mm-hmm.
It's still good.
Michael, what's your
Oh,
favorite
Yeah,
I
what
don't
could it
know.
possibly be?
my favorite movie is Drive.
what?
How could you guess? By Nicholas Winding Refn, starring Ryan Gosling. It's a story of a stuntman by day, getaway driver by night, who gets brought into a heist, but the heist is what is that called? A switcheroo type
Ruse.
deal, where they screw him over and they try to kill him, but they don't because he's awesome, and it's him taking down a mob boss essentially, and it's got a rad score and very little driving, which I really like about it.
Also, just a super intense movie
Oh, yeah.
overall.
Oh, the whole movie's just like,
It's like amped up.
Yeah.
Like you're on edge the entire time.
yeah, just the soundtrack is great. I listen to it like once a week, and great costuming. The jacket is really cool. It's actually a character. It's alive. It's a superhero movie.
Is
I
it?
don't know if most people know that, but it is a superhero movie confirmed by Ryan Gosling and Winding Refn.
Is it like something that they talked about?
While they were
behind the scenes or
filming,
something?
while they were filming, like, did we just make a superhero movie? And they're like, yeah, I think we did. So
Because the jacket's alive, it's a superhero movie?
no, just the
The premise?
premise, yeah, and the jacket.
I'd argue
kind
it's
of-
not superhero
Yeah.
because he doesn't have powers.
The jacket is supposed to be the powers because he doesn't ever get hurt. Like he literally gets stabbed.
Doesn't he get shot?
No, he doesn't get shot. He almost gets shot. Wait, yeah, he does get. No,
Yeah.
the buckshot gets him a little
Yeah.
bit, not like a full on.
He goes through the jacket, though.
Yeah,
So.
it's a little bit, but it protects him enough so he doesn't die.
Mm.
But he literally gets stabbed in the
Mm.
stomach and is alive at the end because you
Oh.
think he's dead,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's like a minute of him. The
Wasn't it
camera
like
on
him,
him.
like sitting there, like
yeah,
in the
he's just
car?
and his eyes because throughout the movie he plays a game with this kid where they blink a blink game, and at the end he's just not blinking, so you're like, oh, he's dead, but he
Mhm.
blinks, and he's like, oh, he was doing a thing,
Yeah.
and then it plays the awesome song.
I think the
real
intro,
human being.
or not the intro, like after the first scene, after he does a getaway, when it does the what is the night caller song?
Yeah.
Like that sequence is like that opening
Oh
sequence.
yeah, it
is,
made me love the
that
movie.
is iconic.
Yeah,
That is an iconic.
It's great.
entrance.
The first scene has no outside the car cuts. Like the
Yeah.
first like minute, it's all from the interior of the car. It's insane. I actually saw this movie because I used to illegally download movies, and I was bored,
Shame.
and it was a full DVD screener when it came out. So I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch this." But I was like, "Oh, it's got Ryan Gosling. I don't want to watch this." But I watched it anyway. And that opening scene, as soon as that title card hit and that music, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm sold. I love this so much."
Like, anytime I hear that song, I think of that specific
Yeah.
sequence. So that's why I think it's iconic too. Because even when that song came out with the Cyberpunk trailer, I was still thinking Drive.
hmm
Even though I was watching a trailer
Mhm.
with cars and all this, like, oh no, they took this from Drive.
Yeah.
Like they try to make it that cool.
Mhm.
They can't compete with that Drive opening. It's so good. It's
That's
got
it.
like all these great. The whole cast is really good. It's got Oscar Isaac as like a side character, and he's not even like a main guy. He's just like some fucking junkie, basically. It's got Carey Mulligan. It's got Ron Perlman.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
it. It's got Bryan Cranston
Mm-hmm.
and
Does he play like a
Arthur
dad or
Brooks.
something like
he
that?
plays his
Or
boss,
like his mentor?
His mentor, yeah, they're like bros.
Yeah, because you see him in the opening scene.
hmm
Where he's like dressed as a cop.
Yeah, not as Ryan Gosling as a cop.
Yeah,
'cause
he's dressed as a
stuntman.
cop.
Yeah,
And you think like, oh, he's actually a cop?
yeah,
And
that's
it's
what
like,
you
oh,
think
ready
his
for
job
this?
is. Yeah,
Like, oh, you ready for this? Like, oh, no, he's a stuntman.
yeah,
Mhm.
and he just looks cool. The whole fashion of him is so cool. He brought back the jean jacket. He he brought back aviators. There's a lot of style came from this movie that kind of like changed men's fashion for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I feel like a fairly important movie, and it also won the Cannes.
Cans, yeah.
Yeah, that award. So it was not a commercial success because people were disappointed that it wasn't a high intensity action movie, and it was just like this super intense
It was
movie.
still high intensity,
Yeah, I mean
but not intensity.
action. There wasn't like
Yeah.
car chases every 5 seconds, but there was one car chase and it's awesome. But see, they did it like perfect because they made them small but super intense, and they did them very well. I think there's two technically car chases,
Yeah,
but
there's like one opening one, right?
yeah, when he's in his rad no, he's in the Impala because it's like the most common car, but he has a rad El Camino because he's cool like that.
Didn't that director also do Only God Forgives?
Yep.
Writer director.
Yep,
Has he confirmed that that's a sequel or not?
for that.
Yeah.
No. Oh, is it a sequel to Drive?
Yeah.
No. See,
It's just similar characters and similar direction and all that. 'cause
exactly. Yeah.
Exact same movie.
Yeah. Just
like-
in Thailand in kickboxing.
Yeah. But I also love that's actually in Predators. I said my favorite movie line is "Goodbye, bro." That's my second favorite movie line. My first favorite movie line is from Only God Forgives, when
Uh-huh.
Ryan Gosling walks up to the mob boss and just want to fight.
Yeah.
That's all he says.
The only reason I dislike that movie a little bit is because I read the like pre-production of Ryan Gosling went to Thailand and trained Muay Thai for 6 months to train for this
He
role.
gets his ass beat.
Yeah, and there's no. I thought it was gonna be kickboxer basically, but with Ryan Gosling, and it wasn't. And I didn't like it the first time I saw it, but I watched it again. I'm like, oh, this movie's actually really great. How did I not like this before? But all Winding Refn movies are great in my opinion. Like Neon Demon. It's like a supermodel ad for a movie. The lighting and everything is so good. But yeah, that's my favorite movie right now. Well,
Forever and always.
I don't know. Like, I'm always flip-flopping between John Carpenter's The Thing and Drive. And right now it's Drive.
I love that one little like thing that he does with the lighting in the thing. Is you never see the light in the thing's eyes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. How would you not notice this?
Dude, I don't know. I love the score of that movie. I'm
Oh.
like so like drawn in on that.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing like with like subliminal stuff in film. A human or an actor's more human when you see a glisten in their eye, and so it's a lot of the lights, obviously.
Mm.
And so with the thing, he angled the lights so that whenever the thing is looking, you don't see the light in his eye.
That's cool. That's a
And
nice
so that's
little
how you could always
touch.
point out who or what the thing is.
We won't make Abbie watch that one
Why?
because it's from the 80s.
Oh God, thank you.
It's a
Actually-
horror action.
Huh?
Horror
It's
action?
I would say it's more horror than action.
Yeah,
It's
80s
it's,
horror is not fun for me either.
It's got great monsters.
it's got
It's,
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Are we doing a Kurt Russell? So you do have to watch it. Because Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing, and Escape from New York.
The three most 80s movies.
Yes.
I can handle something if there's fun cosplay involved.
we could span it out.
Yeah, Santa would do that. What is it with this is so bad to say. What is it with boys in heist movies? I've never talked to maybe I just don't know a whole lot of females that watch heist movies, but I've never talked to like a female friend and they were like, "Yeah, my favorite movie is blank heist movie." No, never.
Oh, Drive isn't really a heist movie. It just has a heist in it. I don't
That's-
particularly like heist movies.
I
to be
just
honest.
realized too, both of our movies were like
They're
kind
both
of heist
heists,
movies,
yeah.
but not really.
Yeah, I particularly don't like heist movies. I think they're
Mhm.
tropey as fuck.
Mm.
But
I don't know if it's necessarily heist itself, but probably just the action. Because like most heist movies, you're not gonna find. There's not too many heist movies that don't have a lot of action. So I think the
It's just the
action is the root
action.
thing. So I'm thinking maybe Reindeer Games.
What?
Isn't that a heist movie?
yeah, it's Ben Affleck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't think there's that much action in it though.
No, it's a lot of like build up.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's.
I would say that's my problem with heist movies is there's always a build up and they try and add in all these crazy like, oh, but while you were doing this, this actually happened. Ha 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 ha.
Cut to
Cut
Guy
to-
Ritchie's
Yeah,
I
but
can't think of that movie.
I think Guy
Wrath of
Ritchie,
Man.
I think Guy Ritchie does it right, in my opinion. I don't think anyone else does.
Mm.
Actually, most of his movies are heist movies.
Yeah, but Guy Ritchie's your guy, so.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he's got the style that
they're
makes
not-
it work.
They're not heists. They're just underground crime movies.
I'm gonna say that everyone rips off Guy Ritchie when they try and do heist movies because he doesn't really do technically heist movies. He does these underground, like you said,
Mhm.
but everyone tries to steal the Guy Ritchie-ness to add to their heist movies. That
Yeah.
all that like, shit.
Well, he got big doing music videos for Madonna, his wife at the time.
Yep.
And so he directed music videos, and that's why his features are super fast paced. And so that's where he developed his style, is from
Mm.
music videos, to do those quick
Yeah.
cuts and not jarring cuts, but like jarring angles at
Mhm.
times, and making it super stylized. Is just from doing dozens of music videos.
Interesting.
I got a question for women.
Okay.
Why do they like rom-coms?
Because they're funny.
Are they?
And it makes us believe there's good guys out there still. No,
Well,
I'm
there
kidding.
aren't.
I'm
Those
kidding.
are lies.
No, I don't know.
That was also a joke.
No, I know,
Generally
but
don't care.
it's funny because I do enjoy a rom-com.
The thing is a rom-com.
I think it's. I mean, is it?
Drive can technically be a rom-com.
There's romance, but there's no. Oh,
Is it a romantic comedy?
it's
got
it's like a
romance, and there's some funny parts.
Just because it
I would
has
say like
comedy
a
or romance doesn't make it a rom-com.
Roshan act.
I wouldn't even
I don't know,
call
I'm
it
trying to-
really
I'm trying to
action.
think.
I call it drama.
Well, so then
stroke it?
drama, just drama.
Drama, yeah.
Is it a drama? Drive?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like I said, it's intense. There are like quote unquote fight scenes, but
When
it's just
I-
Ryan Gosling stomping someone's head in.
When I think of a drama, I don't think of a lot of action. I think of like just like heavy emotional connections, whether it's good or bad.
That's pretty much Drive.
Oh.
It's very intense, not actiony, but like emotionally,
heavy,
it's
yeah.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like the typical like sad
Yeah.
love, fear. It's more like actually I'd say it's probably closer to fear,
Yeah, it's definitely
but not like horror fear.
it's more of a love story than anything because he's in love with his neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
and that's who he's trying to get,
Well,
and
yeah.
he like sacrifices $1 million to save her.
The movies I've seen with Ryan Gosling, I would classify as a drama.
Yeah, I'll call this a drama. You ever see Lost River? That was his movie he directed. Not great, but it's cool. Fun fact. No one
Fun fact,
cares.
yeah. No, it's interesting. I have nothing to add because I've never seen it.
Oh,
Yeah, Guy Ritchie does mostly. Are they considered action movies or heist? I'd say they're more heist movies.
I would say they're Guy Ritchie movies. They're their own thing, in my
Because-
opinion.
There is action, but not typical action depending on the movie. Like Rock and Roll, there's a few fighting scenes. And there's one big chase scene.
I think his movies are funny.
Oh yeah,
They're just more funny than anything. I would call it heist comedies. I don't know.
yeah. Well, because none of the characters are a lot of the characters aren't very good at it.
Yeah.
At what they're
they s-
doing?
They suck.
Yeah.
They suck as people. They're not good people.
Especially in Rock and Roll, but they're also not terrible people either.
Yeah.
It's just like they're caught in a bad place
Mm.
where they owe money, so they're gonna steal. Or
It's also
Yeah.
got Tom Hardy in it.
Mhm.
I always forget he's in it.
Yeah, that's right. He's Tom Hardy before he got huge.
Handsome Bob.
Like literally big, and also as an actor.
He's kind of big in that movie. He's like normal Tom Hardy size. He's not like Bane.
He's not that
Tom
big.
Hardy?
He's
He's not?
small.
He looked kind of big to me last time I watched it a couple
I
weeks
mean,
ago.
he's never really been like skinny, but he wasn't like Warrior big or Bane big or anything like that. Like how big he is now. Because this is like right around the time of Black Hawk Down,
Inception, right?
also.
Oh yeah, dude, that movie we gotta talk about. Even though I don't really want to do war movies, but that movie has every young male actor ever in it at that point in time.
Fucking Phil
Everybody is
Dunphy
in
from
there.
Modern Family's in it.
Yeah, it's got everybody. It's got Ewan McGregor. It's got Michael Fassbender. It's got everybody in
Orlando
this movie.
Bloom,
Yeah, it's like
Tom Hardy.
that's just like a whole episode breaking down the cast of Black Hawk
Yeah,
Down.
right.
It's super way over the top patriotic for me, but I think it's a good movie.
It was about to. They had to delay the release of it because it was going to come out the same year as 9/11.
Oh man,
And like,
Ooh.
well, we'll give it a year.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott.
Mm-hmm.
It's again tied with Winding Refn for my favorite director, Ridley Scott.
Yeah, I don't have a tie with Guy Ritchie. It's just
Oh,
Guy.
Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie. Every other piece of shit.
no. Cause I'm trying to think of other directors that I would like. David Lynch. I'd see any of his movies.
I thought you didn't like David Lynch.
Not David Lynch. David Fincher.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, okay.
I don't dislike David Lynch. I
Okay.
just don't like him.
I can't remember if it's David Fincher or David Lynch. Which one's the one who did Fight Club?
Fincher.
Fincher.
Did he also do The Game?
He's
Can we
know
done-
what
talk
the
about
game is.
this?
He's done The Social Network.
Alien 3.
He did do Alien
I
3.
think we talked about this. If
I don't think we did. What is the game?
oh no, oh my
Yeah, I don't know.
god, it's literally one of the worst movies for me because I discovered. So, okay,
Are we gonna get weird?
it's it's about to get controversial. So, okay, the movie Fight Club.
Uh-huh.
I liked the movie. I liked the premise. Blah blah blah. But it's also a love-hate situation because I think the ending was so trash Turns out though that the ending to Fight Club is actually just the way the book ends. It's just the building blows up.
It's almost word for word that movie in the book.
Okay, then I can maybe give David Lynch or whatever David Fincher a pass. But at the same time, I see why he would choose it because I think this man is sadistic. I think he enjoys making an audience.
No, he gets his actors and actresses to do like 60 takes each scene. So yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and I don't like respect it as a creative, but so the game is so I was so upset when I watched the game because it's basically I don't remember the premise exactly, but a way to I guess the game in the movie is basically like an experience that people sign themselves up for that's marketed to them as like kind of like a therapeutic experience. Like we're going to basically just like take you for a ride to do this thing or whatever. And then it turns out that he actually thinks these people are like, it's a conspiracy and they're after him and they're trying to kill him or something like that. I don't remember. But the point that bothered me was at the very end of the movie, after you've gone this long emotional journey with this main character, his brother got him into the game. He turned him onto it. His brother dies. You think his brother dies. And so he's so distraught that he couldn't end the game in time for his brother to not die. He jumps off of a building and he kills himself. And then it immediately cuts. I'm totally ruining the end. It immediately cuts to him being like, just kidding. And he like walks out of a party that's thrown for him. And he literally goes to the airport. And I just, something about the way it was set up felt like it was just so jarring in such a really weird way that I don't feel like it fit the plot. It really just made me feel like the director just wanted to like fuck with the audience, but not give them any resolution just for the mere sake of like fucking with them. I can't describe it. I would have to rewatch it, but I don't want to do that because I'm getting angry just thinking about it.
I've never heard of this movie.
Anyway, long story short, I got so mad, and then I found out it was the same director for Fight Club, which I got so mad at the ending of that one too. And I think this guy is just kind of sadistic, and I'm not okay with it.
David Lynch did Twin Peaks. He does weird movies. Not David Fincher.
Yeah.
David Fincher does serious.
Well, David Lynch did Mulholland Drive, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I liked that. No. David Fincher is the one then.
Did you want to punch in the dick when you see him?
No,
Punch
I just want to.
Punch him in his finger. Right in the Fincher.
It's too close to sphincter, and I don't want to touch that either.
Punch him in the beehole.
Anyway, yeah.
That doesn't sound fun at all. Someone punch you right in the butthole.
No. We need to end this before we start turning this into a weird popcorn
It's always
talk.
gotta get weird.
Yeah, it's gonna get weird.
I think that's it.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I got plenty of other movies, but
Yeah,
we'll
no,
save
there's
those for
plenty,
other days.
Yeah, there's plenty of movies I really, really love. But
Yep. Cool.
Well, thanks for watching this episode of TV Party Time. And short and sweet, but if you liked it, go ahead and do all the good stuff. Comment, subscribe, follow us on socials at TV Party Time or TV Party Time Pod. And if you don't,
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say anything
Well,
about getting punched in the butthole.
we'll send David Sphincter after you.
To punch you
Not
in the
mine.
Fincher.
Not mine.
Oh yeah, no, not yours. That's